What's up, guys? It's your boys Wokey, back out with another crime type video. And I'm a little cold right now, so that's why I have this on. My heat is on and everything. I'm very cold. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm getting older and I don't know. With that being said, we're going to get into another crime video today of Sebastian Rogers. The reason why is because we want to find the evidence to find out who took him, because what I've been watching for the past couple days is it looks like it's been foul play. Sebastian Rogers didn't just get up, walk out the door, and go missing and ran away from home. It's completely foul play. Somebody has him, took him, or we don't want to know the worst, which is possibly death. We want Sebastian Rogers home no matter what, in all good health and so forth. With that being said, we're going to get into this video from a YouTube channel called Silvers on the Scene. We're about to watch Sebastian Rogers setting off lights from the flashlight video security camera. This has been gone for 377 days. As of right now, he's been gone for longer than that because this video was posted 8 months ago. So with that being said, if you guys could do me a solid favor and subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting that whiteboard icon down the bottom right, hit the bell icon next to it, so when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that I've posted that video. And then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, thank you so very much for the love and support that you guys continuously show on my channel. My channel would not be what it is without you guys. So keep on doing what you guys are doing, and then show that same love over at Silvers on the Scene. And with that being said, let's get into this video.
Silver's on the Scene. It is Sunday, March 9, 2025. It's in the afternoon here in Atlanta, Georgia on March 9, 2025. And we have sprang forward. Hope everyone moved their clocks ahead an hour. And the great news with that is we will now receive an extra hour of daylight. And when it comes to searching for Sebastian Rogers, we need every extra hour of daylight we can get. I go back to my...
Have you seen me? 347,000. We don't care about the reward. We want to find out where this boy is. He is now 17 years old. We need to find him, bring him back home. But the more and more I dig, the more and more it scares me, because seeing these parents' involvement and so forth when it comes to the stepfather denying a polygraph test. People are saying that the mother dropped him off somewhere. Like, but I'm not saying anything. It's all alleged. It's all opinionated. I'm still diving down the rabbit hole of the Sebastian Rogers case now. But we're going to continue with this Silvers on the Scene.
Last search, which was around a month or so ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, and I would have loved to have that extra hour then. And I go back to like October, September, searching for Sebastian, and it was getting dark at 4:30. Okay, so now we're going to have minimum of an hour and upwards as many as 3 hours more daylight to search, and that search will be happening soon over the course of the next couple of weeks. Back, boots on the ground. Sebastian Rogers, gone from his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee. $347,000 reward. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 photos of Sebastian Rogers. Different looks, different smiles, glasses. And this is so we can keep his awareness alive. And if he is out there still with us, alive and well, as we all hope he is.
And I don't want to say this, if Sebastian Rogers is no longer with us, which we don't want. We want him to be with us, like alive. But if he is not, and he is deceased, we still want him home. I still think in my soul, my body, my thoughts, is missing would be 10 times worse than death. Because you don't know where they are. You don't know if they're okay. You don't know if they're alive. You don't know if they're dead. I think missing would be completely worse. I don't know. Thoughts below if you agree or disagree, but let's continue.
And someone sees him, call 911.
Yes.
Call 911. And Sebastian, if for some reason you find yourself seeing this video. If you, for some reason, you walk by a TV, you walk
Share
by a
it.
computer, and you hear,
I was gonna say, share the word about the missing teen Sebastian Rogers. Get the word out. Talk to people. Put on your Facebook. Put on your Instagram. Show that this kid is not forgotten. That his keep this awareness alive. Find him. Get justice, as he says right here.
and you see your face up here, you say your name, please. Just simply walk up to somebody and say, "Hi, I'm Sebastian Rogers. Help me, please." Gone, ladies and gentlemen, 377 days as of today, March 9, 2025.
And as of right now, it is 617 days, 16 hours, 0 minutes.
Say his name. It is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. And Sebastian, if you're listening, if you can hear this, say your name to anyone who will listen. Gone 377 days, missing from his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee, somewhere between 7 p.m. February 25th, 2024 to 6 a.m. February 26th, 2024. 1 year, 1 week, 4 days.
Just
way too long.
missing.
Let's let there be no distraction in finding Sebastian. And the goal is simple. Bring him home. Either way, bring him home. Before we jump into my thoughts and theories, know this is the disclaimer on the wall, that this is for informational purposes only. You'll find this in the description on my channel, not to be taken as fact, because it's my opinion. What we just mentioned is fact. We know Sebastian's been gone this long.
So calm down.
Please enjoy this video, and thank you for your support.
There are people out there that hate that other people have opinions. And they're willing to go to any far reaches of the earth to make sure that you can't speak.
I'll refer back to this because I'm going to jump into some theories as we go through this particular video that has a lot of information in it.
Okay.
But we know this to be the case. Gone 377 days, 1 year, 1 week, 4 days. And we know we need to bring him home. So say his name, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. You see something, you say something, simply call 911. Okay, so what is our goal? It's always been the same thing. It's been bring him home. Plain, simple, no questions about it. Bring him home. One mission. One mission. And in doing this...
And then whoever caused this disappearance must be persecuted at the full strength of the law.
There's several creators out there that's what they focus on. That's what they focus on. I'm not even going to get into conversations of the ones who throw that distraction in. I'll just say it at that and leave that. I don't want to worry about that. Okay? If you want to be successful in life and you want to realize your dreams and goals, you keep a focus on your objective.
I like this guy.
And our objective is really simple. Bring him home. As I'm
Amen.
Boots on the ground in the woods or wherever I'm searching, as I'm making this video as I am tonight, as I'm doing anything...
Again, I wouldn't have a life. My life would be committed to finding my kid. I would not do anything. I would not eat. I would not sleep. I would do anything and everything to bring my son home. So that's why I want to help bring him home. He deserves to be hugged. He deserves to play with his toys. He deserves to go on his first date, his first marriage, go to college, graduate from high school, play games. I mean, he loved Minecraft. He deserves to have all that.
Researching and trying to find out what happened to Sebastian Rogers so we can bring him home. Things may come at me. I call these distractions. They bounce off of Silver's on the scene because we're not going to allow it. It's that plain and simple. Okay? Just as focused as we are on finding Sebastian, just as focused as we are on not allowing any of that into our existence. And that's all I'm going to say about it. So that one mission, several creators are doing that. They're focused on what is it that happened to Sebastian Rogers and where is he? So that leads me to the thumbnail. This is what you clicked on, right? A lot of information here, almost too busy, you would think, but let's just go through it and see. Sebastian Rogers, flashlight video security camera. You'll see two photos, one dark, one lit up. Setting off the lights. Thank you, mob crew. We'll come right back to that. Gone 300.
Oh, that's the one right there that I've been reading into. Was KP, his mother, as they call it, Katie Proudfoot is the last name. But it's that when she went to work, Was she alone in that car? Was she alone when she came home? Like, there's a lot of like, like I'm just hitting the surface of this case. These guys have been doing it for how long since this case started in February 20 or February 25th, 2024.
77 days. Where is Sebastian Rogers? So thank you, Mob Crew. If you haven't subscribed and you haven't been watching Chris with the Mob Crew, you have to. Now, when I threw up, you have to. Now, when I threw up a few videos ago about different creators I watch and where I get information on Sebastian Rogers and all the research and hard work they're doing, Chris is at the top of that list. The Mob Crew is at the top of that list. You see the little prayer hands there as thank you, Chris.
I have not watched the Mob Crew, but I'm going to definitely take a look at his channel.
Because what I'm going to share with you today is something I did that I didn't even realize I had done when Chris discovered something he recently discovered. So this video I'm going to share with you and clips from it of my video back in October, which I believe helped lead Chris to where he was on his overlays and how he's worked so diligently on the 3 a.m. flashlight, right? The infamous 3 a.m. flashlight video. And so Chris emailed.
Oh, 3 a.m. flashlight. But no, he just walked out, right?
Me. Just yesterday, I'm going to email him back, but I want to make this video because he really got me jazzed up, and it's exciting in so many different categories that I was able to contribute to something that hopefully I verify what my channel is, right? My channel is, let's do this right here real quick. Let's do this right here. Silvers on the scene, right? It's Silvers on the scene because that's what we do. We get on the scene, okay? And that's how I came up with that name, because once you get there, you can see things. And we've been through the neighborhood several different times. Did not realize 4 months later with something that Chris found that I actually was able to verify his findings with something I did 4 months ago. And that's the power of community. That's the power of saying his name. And that's the power of keeping his awareness alive, right? That's the power of that. This is what we're talking about. So thank you, Chris. And we'll get into that more, what Chris discovered and what he's doing. And I just had to give that great shout out there because it's just amazing. It just feels great. So Chris, you're doing a great job. Thank you so much. And I'll be emailing you back very soon. And then the last piece of this, once we get through the lights and show you what happened there, then I have this and. Was KP alone in her car that morning? You could also ask, was she really looking for Sebastian? Because we know she said, and he's already, and he's already, and he's already. Allegedly, he's already gone, in my opinion. But was she alone in that car that morning? So let's jump right in. And as we do this, say his name.
Sebastian Rogers.
Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Gone 377 days. Sebastian, if you hear this and you see someone, you say your name. Hi, I am Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Okay, so this is my video from it's called Sebastian Rogers Nighttime Drive by his home to see how dark it is there. This was back in I believe I say October.
Oh, so he actually drove to this house.
Or 9th in the video. So back in October, I was in town, of course, to do some searching, and in the hotel that night, and I go, wait a second, we've never driven by the neighborhood at night. I hear there's no street lights. I hear it's dark. Once again, being on scene, seeing what could happen. I think we did this around 10:30 or so, 10 to 10:30 at night.
Oh, so he's actually gone out and looked for Sebastian.
Silvers2 is driving, and I'm doing the video. So what I'm saying here is Chris from the Mob Crew discovered security light coming on, and it illuminates the cars in the driveway, something we had missed. You know, everyone had missed on this, and he discovered it. Way to go, Chris.
Okay.
And then I think what led to the email to me is he discovered my video here where I happen to be there at night, and I actually set the lights off. Okay? So 4 months ago, I validated or proved something that he just discovered 4 months later, just recently. And it's amazing. So it's almost like saying, hey, I need to get somebody out there to do a drive-by and see if it happened. But it had already happened. Okay, so let's watch this, and we'll see what we're talking about. So at this point, and you can catch it's in my videos. I'm not going to put the link, but Sebastian Rogers Nighttime Drive by his home. It's about 4 months ago, back in October. Silvers2 is driving. I'm doing the video. And I'll just say this before I start. You'll notice that when there's no lights on a home, it is so dark. No street lights here. The only lights you're going to find in this house come from, like you see here, a garage light, maybe a porch light, if a house has a light on inside, or the lights from the car. As you can see, We're not really even illuminating the homes, just the street. If you cut those lights off, completely pitch black. So we'll start here. Let's just watch it through once, and then we'll back it up and repeat it and highlight these points. Here we go.
Okay.
Right about here. Okay, slow down, baby. Right here, look how dark that is. That is supposedly, allegedly, where someone came out with the flashlights. The car would
Holy crap, look at their house.
be parked here, and they would be bringing, now that house right there, we're on turns, take a slow turn, baby. This would be turning on the Stafford where the car supposedly made the turn here, and then it would slow down. Can you roll your window down, babe? Pull on up something. Come on. And that would be the house. They just had something lined up. Keep on going.
Okay, so security turned on. So do they have a camera?
And that's the house with the security cam. Okay, let's go. You can roll your window back. And then look how dark it is, ladies and gentlemen. If we cut the lights off,
Holy
it would be, our
moly.
car would be so dark. Here are the lights. You see them. Those are the two lights you see. Okay, we'll stop right here. And this part here is just extra. I didn't really highlight it in the thumbnail, but when people are talking about those lights and how Chris, thank you again, Chris. I'm just a huge fan of your channel, and I think you do great work. And so, you know, for you to give me credit and thanks, it really makes me feel good. And more so that,
see, that's what content creators should be doing, is helping each other.
it's just we're coming together for Sebastian. But these lights here,
Okay.
when I first realized that, I believe that's where the lights were coming from.
Okay.
You can see how the garage doors have inlets,
windows,
if you call them, little windows, if you call
Yep.
them. And there's video out there of me saying that night this home must have had their inside garage lights on, and that's what we were seeing. And so as I did one of my daytime drive-bys, I realized, it just clicked on me one day after I'd already published that video, I'm going, no, they have lights over. It's interesting, they're kind of over the columns. You see they're like in between the doors, okay, versus being right over the doors. But that's them. So if you back up, right, and then I came back out and I made the video that said, hey, I was wrong on that. Would be so dark. Here I was wrong on that they're actually lights. And that makes more sense because who would have their garage lights on at,
Okay.
3 a.m. and inside the home. And then right here you can see these trees too. That's why it's distorted. Those trees are in the way, right? And I'm much closer than what the security cam would be. But as I pause here too, look how dark it is over here. So this is where all the action
Way
happened,
too dark.
right? Allegedly, in my opinion. So Chris, I believe even saw the daytime video where
It looked like there was a gazebo right there.
and that set his foundation, as he says, for his overlays, which have been amazing and paint a very clear picture to us what happened. So let's go back to right here. So there's a couple things I want to highlight.
Okay.
Let's go back to right here. Okay. Right here, look how dark that is. That is supposedly
So there you see the two lights right there.
Okay, so this is the house directly behind. They share the backyard with Sebastian. A lot of videos. Chris did a lot of videos about that footage behind the house. Then this is that gap. Right here's the common area. These are actually those two lights we just saw.
Yep.
Those are actually those two lights. That's how bright they are. And as we go forward, you'll see. Where you see those even better. But Sebastian's home is directly behind here. So this is the path, allegedly, they came. Look how dark it is. It's so dark. Okay.
Holy
if you
moly.
take off this front porch light and this light, which as you can see, we haven't triggered it. It's just on, right?
Okay.
I don't know if they were on that
I was to say, what if something else triggered it before you got there? But
night. But if they're not, super dark. I mean, it would be hard to see anything with them being off. So then as you come on through. One came out with the flashlights. The car would be parked here. Two homes that are on the corner. This is Kellen. Our car is on. And this is Stafford. Two homes that are on the corner. The one where the car pulls up beside it. And then the one, as many say, has the video that I fully believe, allegedly, in my opinion, is going to make this case blow up. And I'll take a moment to say, allegedly, in my opinion, I believe law enforcement has just about everything they need.
Okay.
Except for Sebastian himself. Say his name, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. And in a couple of weeks, we'll be out there searching for him. Okay, so that's the goal. Bring him home, the mission, right? Bring him home. We bring him home. A lot of people can rest easy, rest better, have some closure, and we can move forward with getting him justice. Okay? So, what I want to note here, and I want to note some of these things, and we'll just play it again, and maybe a couple more times let you see, and you can always go watch it for yourself. But you can see here, and this is part of the thumbnail.
It's not on.
There is no light on. Okay, this is the home, all the cars, the boat. That is the flashlight video. This is where it's coming from. The house beside it is really lit. They have no garage light here. I don't know if they have one, have it off, or don't have it on, or don't have one at all. So what Chris discovered is you can see in the video that that security camera has a floodlight, if you will, has a light attached to it
Very
that's
powerful
motion
light.
activated. So he's been saying the car activated the
That drove
light.
by.
He shows in his video. Go watch his video. Just go to the Mob Crew. You'll find it real easily.
Oh, I'm gonna go watch it.
And he's been noting that. And it never, Chris, I watch you all the time. And so I'm sitting there and I never once recalled, well, 4 months ago, I remember we set that off. So you can see it's dark. It's dark right here.
Oh, bad.
So I want you to watch two things, right? You'll see me turn and say it activated, but look to, well, we'll just play it and you'll see. Let's see, because I'll have to show you this.
Be bringing now that house right there. We're on turns. Take a slow turn.
See how now it lights up even more. Our lights are, they have their garage. It looks like their garage light is on, but it's dark. Look how dark the driveway is. Look how dark it is here. We know this is where allegedly the vehicle that took Sebastian away, allegedly, it was right there. So even so, how much more dark it is. So let's keep going.
This would be turning on to Stafford where the car supposedly made the turn here.
Okay, you can see right now. You can see the light. I mean, excuse me, the security camera. Still dark, very dark right here. Now, as we take this turn, I want you to look to the right-hand side.
Okay.
Because this is the best way you can see when it activates. There is a truck in the driveway of this home that we just passed, off to the right. I'll pause it when it happens, and you'll see it illuminate when we trigger this. Now, realize we're in our car, okay? And we're in our car, and it's when we take the full turn, it happens. Just exactly where we believe the car is and where Mob Crew's done all his research that it's right here. So watch this.
And it would slow down. Can you roll your window down, babe?
Okay, stop here. See this truck?
Yep.
You see the back of this truck is lit from its own garage floodlight, but the side of it is completely dark. Yep. You see how dark it is here, only being illuminated by our lights from our car. Watch this.
Pulling up some.
Did you see that? Did you see that? Watch this.
Completely turned on.
Roll your window down, babe. Pull.
Dark.
Watch.
Up some.
Boom.
Look.
Completely lights it up.
You see that? You see it? That's how much light it casts. That's the other thing. Okay? It really throws a lot of light there. And I believe Chris says once in one of his videos, can you imagine you're thinking, allegedly, in our opinion, sneaking someone out, putting them into the car for whatever the reasons, and boom.
That goes off.
I mean, that thing lit up. It lit this truck up. Okay? And now watch.
Cool. And that would be the house. They just had something light up.
They just had something light up. Okay? I say it.
Pulling up some. Cool. And that would...
They just had... So, remember? Go back. As we're taking the turn, look at this.
And they would be bringing now that house right there. We're on turns. Take a slow turn.
Okay, so our lights are getting it. Nothing's on. Okay.
This would be turning on the Stafford.
So dark.
The car supposedly made the turn here. And then it would slow down. Can you roll your window down, babe?
This truck, completely dark, okay? In the driveway across the street, across Stafford. We're down on Stafford. It lights up. Did you see that? Let's do it back. Let's go
back. And that would... This would be turning on the Stafford where the car supposedly made the turn here. And then it would slow down. Can you roll your window down, babe? Pulling up some.
And there it is.
Boom.
I can't catch it. I'm a little off. I'm a little slow on my reaction.
Slow down. Can you roll your window down, babe? Pulling up some.
Boom.
And there it is. And it lights up. And then I continue on.
Cool. And that would be the house.
And there it is. We triggered that light. So great job, Chris, with the Mob Crew. Great job of, you can see how it lights up. This car here, this Challenger or Charger, is always there. It's like that's whoever they are. They decided this car is going to always park here. It's always there. Lights up, lights up. Look how illuminated the driveway is. It does everything they want it to do because they don't have a garage light here for whatever reason. So if someone steps in here or comes by the road, and that car triggered it and triggered that light to go off. Isn't that amazing, right? And great job for Chris to catch it. And sometime this past week he caught it and put it in a video, and it's amazing. And then he discovers that we triggered it with our car. We triggered it. So I'm going to play it one more time just through. We're not going to say anything.
We're not going to.
And in this case, you'll hear me say, and I'll go and I'll show that, but we accomplished what we wanted to. Really was just to see how dark it was. I wasn't going to get over the next couple of days, but I wanted to see. We're Silver's on the scene, and you'll see headlights hit me when he gets. I don't know voiced.
And when you're going to investigate and trying to find out information, especially about this missing child, Sebastian Rogers, who is now gone 224 to probably 6 times now by the home, never gone at night. So we were able to do what? We were able to see how dark it is, especially behind the home. We were able to see, I thought, interested in where the security camera footage is. As soon as we took the turn and stopped our car, floodlight came on. And I don't think that floodlight was there or was set to come on back when Sebastian.
I feel like you need to see the footage. Okay, so for visual representation of where they are on this map, if I bring it in for you guys right here. So he's talking about, nope. Get the circle, get the circle, get the circle. Okay, this is the house in question. He's talking about the light. So the light is actually right here. He's driving from here, then turning. And this is where he's saying that car right here possibly parked. So that Sebastian was brought through here, down through here, and out, and then pretty much taken away. But you can't tell me, looking at this subdivision, there's no way that nobody has cameras. These houses look expensive. Look, they have a pool. So you can't tell me that these houses don't have cameras showing a car activating somehow through the Sebastian Rogers home. I'm calling BS too with that light and so forth. I don't know. We need to take a look at it though. So let's continue.
Or a car getting him on camera.
Oh, this is another video I was watching about during the day. This is not the one that you guys are watching. This is right here.
Sebastian went missing.
Okay, so that's that. So I was conscious of it, that it came on. You hear me say it in the video, but when I recap here, what I'm saying is I did not. I simply thought that. So back in February 24, February 25th and 26th of February 24 to October when I did this video, maybe they changed something. Maybe they changed footage, security cameras. Maybe they added the lights. That's, you hear me say it clearly. That's what I thought happened. And then you fast forward 4 months later, and another creator's doing work, and they discover this, and then it matches up to something that I did when I went driving through that neighborhood. It was, how dark is it? Show people how dark it is. See how, if that was the plan, allegedly, in my opinion, if that was a plan, or even if it wasn't a plan, it was spur of the moment. Do it at nighttime. Come out the back of the house, sneak around in the dark so no one sees you, not expecting this light to go off. That was the goal, and we accomplished that goal. And then to find out that this is going to have relevance 4 months down the road when another creator, thank you, Mob Crew, when another creator discovers this, triggered by a car, and it's like, oh, let's send a car out and see if it'll trigger. You don't need to. Here's my video. Okay, it's going to trigger. A car comes down Stafford, turns on the Stafford, it's going to be triggered. And the positive news is we're not seeing the full video, right? We're seeing a screen record from a phone or a video from a phone of it. So I'm so excited. I believe Ellie has a lot of information. Okay, so once again, thank you, Mob Crew. Thank you so much, all creators.
So I was reading this today, and I thought this was an add-on to this light that apparently some people are saying that he just left. He just didn't want to be at the house anymore, but there's no reason. There was no fight before. There was no scuffle. Somebody went into that room, either took him or gave him away. And that's what we're trying to find out. We're trying to find out where he went, who done it, so we can get to him. But I was reading this, and I just kind of want to throw some. I want to read this for you guys here. Before I let you guys go after those lights. I want to look at more of those lights and so forth. But just the kind of red flags that have been bothering me after I've started watching this. The mother went to go wake up her son, the 14-year-old son, from school. To her surprise, he was nowhere to be found. So I would be like, okay, is the window open? Is the door open? Is it broken? Is it like all that stuff that would be on my mind? Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers had spent the previous day with his mother. The pair shopped at a department store, played video games at a bowling alley, and had dinner at a local restaurant, Texas Roadhouse, before heading home for the evening. After returning to the home in Hendersonville, Tennessee, Kate and Sebastian prepared for bed, saying goodnight somewhere between 9 and 10. Kate told us a little bit before 10 she heard a loud bang coming from Sebastian's room. She yelled out to him, asked him if he was okay, to which he responded that he said, asked him if he was okay, to which he responded that he was. She said, Detective, I think that's kind of off there, Brandon Carter from the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. She told him to go to bed because they had to be up early for school the next morning. Katie called her husband, who was out of town, Southwest Tennessee, for work, and the two of them spoke for nearly 2 hours before she went to sleep around midnight. Wouldn't you go check your kid? Like, I've gone up to check my kids during the middle of the night, just make sure that they're there. The next morning was the beginning of what became a massive search effort for Sebastian. Katie called her husband and told him that she couldn't find Sebastian, and he wasn't in his room or anywhere in the house, said Carter. Katie got into her car and drove around the neighborhood to Sebastian's school, which was less than a mile away from their house, searching for Sebastian before returning home. During this time, her husband called the local emergency communication center to report Sebastian as missing. In the early days of the search, it seemed Sebastian vanished without a trace. This case was a kind of question mark, said FBI Nashville Special Agent Robert Barrett. My goodness, I can't read. Mom wakes up and he's just gone. There's a question mark, and we've got to figure out what happened and bring him home. The question mark only grew bigger as the search went on. Sebastian did not take any clothes, shoes, money, food, or his cell phone. And Carter, his cell phone and cash were both lying on the dining room table where they had been all day. A phone and money to a teenager is life. Is it? No. But it is life for them. They need to have that before leaving the house or wherever. So, was he conscious when he left? Unconscious? And the cash were both laying on the dining room table before he went to bed. According to Katie, there was a small yellow flashlight that she thinks was missing. There's where the flashlight comes into play. But that was the only thing that appeared to be gone from the house. The first week in the search of Sebastian was a massive community and interagency effort between Sumner County Office or Sheriff's Office, Tennessee BI or TBI, Emergency Management Agency, Henderson Police, Gallatin Police, my goodness, Tennessee Highway Patrol, the FBI Metro Police, Wilson Sherry County's office, Sumner County EMS, Sumner County Emergency Response Team, and several other agencies throughout Tennessee. Wow. The search consisted of about a 4.5 mile radius around Sebastian's home, said Carter. There were nearly 2,000 searchers equipped with an app tracking their movement. The searchers could use that app to plot things on the map, so they can see their track and where people went and overlap. They were out searching. The total area they covered within 4.5 mile radius was equivalent to a combined 44,000 acres. That's a lot, but they could do better. In addition to ground search, law enforcement employed every available resource of their disposal to locate Sebastian. Fire department, mounted patrols, ATVs, search and rescue canines, drones, helicopters, and even airplane. During day 2 of the search, the Sumner County Sheriff's Office reached out to FBI for assistance. and specific resources that could be potentially helped finding Sebastian, who was highly functioning autism. He seemed like a good kid to me, very well put and so forth. Doesn't sound like he disobeyed and listened when he was told, and so being defiant and leaving just unannounced, I don't see that. I contacted our FBI child abduction rapid deployment team for initial consult, and then they brought in the FBI behavioral analysis unit to assist, said Barrett. The BAU shared a statistic that about 50% of autistic children are prone to wander. He doesn't seem to wander. They are naturally drawn to bodies of water. And 71% of fatal outcomes involving missing autistic children were a result of drowning. So you're telling me they think that he went to a body of water and drowned. Hold on, let me see this map. Okay, so if they're saying that he drowned and he's a wanderer, there's that gazebo that we were talking about right there. So this is the pin right here is his house, Sebastian Rogers. So this is the house down here on my mouse that they were talking about, that light that they were talking about, the flashlight or something to that effect. So their garage is kind of weird here, but a lot of trees around their house as well. But now looking at the address, which again, I just found out was an $800,000 house. That's a little suspicious. So if we zoom out, where's the water? There's the water. This kid would have wandered all the way over here? There's some water right here, but that's still a distance. So here's some houses. I'm seeing houses. I'm not seeing any pools. I'm seeing pools, but if somebody passed away in a pool, you'd be calling 911. But if it's a lake or river, unless somebody drove him out there, this teenager didn't go to water. So I call BS on that one. I'm just throwing that out there. That information helped focus on search efforts in and around bodies of water. The search team drained ponds and searched waterways and lakes looking for Sebastian. Wow. In addition, law enforcement searched almost every home in the neighborhood. Video recordings from nearby homes and a dashboard camera in Kate's car showed that Kate and Sebastian didn't leave the house until their return home from dinner, and that no other cars were seen coming or going from Kate's home during the evening and early morning hours of the night of Sebastian's disappearance. We have followed through on every tip that has come in of the TBI. Some of those tips we continue to examine at a deeper level, but the vast majority we are clearing has been irrelevant or ended with no result. The lack of answers in the search for Sebastian has pushed the community to widely sharing the story on online platforms, but law enforcement reminds the public to be wary of misinformation from unverified sources, probably social media. Sebastian's disappearance has deeply affected our community, and I watched a video that showed that apparently Sebastian's mom and stepfather were going reptile shopping. I don't know how that is, but their son is missing, but yet they're shopping for lizards. Again, I don't know if that's true or not. I gotta look into it. Sebastian's disappearance. Okay, said Carter, we understand the desire for the community to want answers and for us to explain every step of this investigation, but we can't release all the case details without risking the integrity of the investigation, which makes sense. They don't want to hurt it, hamper it, but if this was a child taken for ransom, they would have got something by now. So it's not because of that. Somebody mentioned it was a child trafficking, which I God hope not. But yeah, or a child abduction for a pedophile. It's like I don't want to even think about all that stuff. But staying united and supportive will bring us closer to the answers that we're looking for. Promptly sharing tips and information. So if you guys need the information right there, if you guys know where he is, know anything, anything will help. If you see something, say something. It's right there. Continue to share Sebastian's official missing persons flyer. Again, he was 5'5", so pretty much the same size as my son. He would now be 16, which this came out last year, I do believe. No, September. So 16. We got to find this kid, guys. We got to find him. We got to bring him home. But yeah, the whole thing with the water, I don't see that. But you can't tell me that there's not more. What is this right here? Let me see. Let's go 3D. Okay, let's go around in circles here. So Sebastian Rogers' room was apparently like right here. This is where, if I bring my circle, was right here. There was another bedroom here and another one over on this side. We can't see actually in the house itself, but the way to take him out would have been through this way and out. Is that a crick? I don't think that's a crick. It's like a little. It's a little. Oh, it's a drainway. That's what it is. So if water comes out, it goes down this little bevel crick here into down here. So they think that the car, if there was a car that they've seen, which I'm going to get into that here soon, it was like right here is where the car was. Because apparently this light that's over here triggered when a car came here to stop, possibly picked up Sebastian from going down probably through this way. I keep going. I mean, look at all this brush here. But you can't tell me that these people don't have cameras. I mean, look at this. If I look at right here, if I grab my circle. Ooh. My goodness, I can't grab my circle. This house doesn't have cameras here. Or if I bring this one here, you can't tell me that they don't have cameras on this wall. Like I have a few cameras. People usually want their valuables taken care of. So their cars, the garage, the front door, the back door. Like those are going to be the main places that you're going to be protecting. But you can't tell me that there was no cameras not in the back here. Or in the front entranceway right here. Or here. They had to have had cameras. I'm going to definitely read more into the details on this. I'm trying to familiarize myself even more. So bear with me while I learn more about the case, the red flags and the tips and the stuff that's been going on. I just found out about this YouTube channel that I just was talking about, Silvers on Scene. If you definitely want to go over there, give him some love where it is due, talking about the lights and so forth. Did KP leave alone in her car that morning? We definitely want to find the answers and bring him home because 617 days gone from his home is way too many days. He shouldn't have been missing to begin with. So with that being said, comment your thoughts down below. Don't forget to go over their channels, subscribe, comment, like, and share. Put your 2 cents in. What is there any red flags you want to talk about? Any important topics to talk about the Sebastian Rogers case? Please let me know down below, and we will see you guys in the next video. Please take care, be safe. As always, keep nerding on, and we will see you guys in the next video.